Good day, everybody. Reed here. It's a little later in the morning today than usual, and I'm up in the top sheep pasture at my job, but I had to load sheep this morning for the abattoir. Time to have the butchering take place, and that's not my job. Kind of thankful about that, but it is yummy, isn't it? Anyway, I'll have to do the jobs of the day. There go the sheep in the background. Not sure if you can see them. The sun's too bright to see the screen. Anyway, thinking about my kids. I had a great day with my kids yesterday, and in particular my 1 and my 3-year-old. And I don't talk a lot about my kids or mention too much about them in particular, kind of because I like them to have some anonymity, and there's still important lessons and things that happen with them. So I thought I'd share a quick moment about that before I head up on the roof here. And that being with a 3-year-old, maybe with younger kids too. They're coming into all their language, which is fantastic, and you're probably dealing with a lot of fussing. I know I am. And I don't give my kid anything when they're fussing. Not something that they need, not something that they want. Nothing at all. I have them calm down. I have them find their breath again. I have them find an intonation that's actually much more pleasant to hear and listen to. And then to ask me in a considerate way for what it is they want and or need. Or maybe it's just something they desire. And I might still tell them no, because that's the set and circumstance of the moment. And if they start fussing about that again, I let them know it's okay to express being upset. And you can say, hey, I'm really upset about this. I find this really frustrating. And it's a different thing to just fuss and scream all about it. And so I invite that in because I find that, if you're only dealing with one kid, maybe if you're dealing with multiple kids, that it's kind of easy to cave into them at times. And my 12-year-old seems like an exceptional being whom I hear so many compliments about her from everybody, basically. And so this notion of how did she get that way? I think a lot of it started in these really early years when my wife and I did not accept fussing. We didn't accept being spoken to in a way that had any annoyance in it. We were really kind of critical about intonation. And when we discovered that, let's say it was sugar or looking at a screen or things that she was having trouble regulating herself with, that the notion that as a parent, yeah, we're helping our kids to self-regulate, but the goal of being a parent is to not be a parent anymore. If your adult child has to come to you for self-regulation purposes, my opinion is you didn't do a good job as a parent. And by the time your kid is 5, they should be completely out of all this kind of stuff. If your kid at 5 is still coming to you and fussing to get things or using intonations that you find displeasant, then you haven't done your job very well. That's my opinion. And with that, it's not easy. It doesn't feel good to have to repeat yourself multiple times in a day over the same exact thing. But it's that level of patience and presence as a parent that I find wins my day in the long run. And I see with different people who don't do this, and then they have teenagers, you are not controlling a teenager. Get out of here. I'm hoping that my kid still wants to hang out with me as a teenager, and so when I'm having to be present in these ways with my young ones, I let them know it's because I care about them. I let them know it's because I love them that I'm doing this. I let them know that I'm helping them to self-regulate, and I point out that hey, there are addictive things out there. I know plenty of adults who are addicted to their screens. I know plenty of adults who are addicted to sugar. I know, list the things, they go on and on of what we're addicted to, and a lot of people have difficulty self-regulating with them. So if you can let your kid know, or even yourself, because we all still have the ability to be children, about this, it can really help them and ourselves to live a better life, to have more fun. Because I find when you're doing something that's fun and then the kid is fussing at you, it takes the joy out of the moment, personally. And I don't mind doing that for a moment to learn the lesson. But I'm hoping that by the time all my kids are 5 and up, that we're actually just having fun most of the time. That when they want to do something, they also understand when I say no, I mean no. And you're going to have to approach me from an entirely different angle if you think you're going to convince me otherwise. So with that, hope you guys have a great day out there. Thanks for liking the channel. I'm letting you know that tomorrow is Friday. But if you're watching this, it's probably out on Friday, so I will have a link in the comments for my new single on Bandcamp, Elixirs of Innocence. That's right, it kind of ties in with the theme here today, as we don't have to crush their innocence, but, you know, learning about ourselves is important. And so thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking the channel, thanks for all the comments below. I'm going to get to everyone who commented on my last video, ideally later this evening, when I got a few minutes for myself. And again, thanks for checking out that Bandcamp page and clicking follow over there, and follow on this YouTube channel. The Bandcamp page is bendingreads.bandcamp.com. Have too much fun.